This right here is a 1970s Duracrest box fan. No, not Duracraft, but Duracrest. It's a different name. I find it funny because I have a variety of fans that use similar names. I have a Homecrest box fan and a Duracraft box fan. I mean, like the little mini Duracraft box fans and the Duracraft turbo fans. And I think a window fan too. I don't even know how many Duracraft products I own anymore. But I have plenty of products from the Duracraft name. I have a Homecrest fan, and then I have like a, I think it's like a, oh dear. Yeah, that's called a Windine. That's not really helpful for this video. But it's kind of a basic name. And this was like 1970s. It's a store name, probably sold at some department store somewhere. This fan's actually made by the Hunter. Like the Hunter that makes ceiling fans. But pretty nice fan, I would say. 7-wing blade set. I really like the look of the hub on this one. Always thought these looked like a jet propeller. I've actually yet to clean this one up. This will probably be one of the next fans I get cleaned up and going. I think that's a Westinghouse motor. My early days of collecting, I watched a video of one exactly like this that Bruno Show 124 had. I can't think of any other collectors that had these or any other ones to exist. So I was kind of happy to get this. Something else I remembered is when I was younger, my grandparents, actually they still have it to this day, they have a small scale, a bathroom scale, that was under the Duracrest name. So that was cool. I always remembered it was cool how you could get it to peak over 100 pounds or something. Because like the dial would completely spin around and then you would have to add up like the extra numbers. One thing is the knob is kind of like facing over this way. It's not in the center. So can't really put it in the window easily if you want it to blow in. You could have it set in a window blowing outward and have the window bar along here and open up another window, so I guess that could work. We'll get it started on low. This fan is literally dead near silent. You can barely hear it when it runs on low speed. And that's a train. It has that nice little motor hum. This would be one of the cases where having a medium speed would be nice. It's only a 2-speed fan. And it's still moving a lot of air on a slow low speed too. Here's high. Yeah, this thing could definitely use a medium speed. High speed, this thing literally does take off. It pushes a bunch of air around the room, like any vintage box fan should. This one still does need its cleaning and maintenance done to it, so maybe the low speed will be a bit faster. And it takes a while to slow all the way back down to low speed when getting it off of the high speed. And back to silence. Oh, lovely silence. That blade hub looks so cool spinning. There's some rust in the bottom. I don't think it's rusted through completely anywhere. The bottom of the case looks really nice, actually. It shakes a bit. Probably did when it was new. I don't think balanced fans were ever really a big deal. It still runs really smooth though. No bearing noise. Really anything to think of. Can't get over how cool that blade hub looks. Undo spin down, and I guess I'll try to attempt to do some startup poses. There's the logo on the back too, so this would look really cool in the window. Could definitely use some oil. Yeah, the blade's definitely off balance because it coasted backwards a bit. Let's get a start up. And I believe this is a Westinghouse motor. It's a 2-speed. Definitely heard louder motors before. Still a really cool fan. Don't got much to say about this, except it's really unique. So also, I believe this is, I think I forgot to mention this, but the Hunter versions of these were branded as EXL. They typically had a blue frame. Some of them had grills like this. Some of them had a rounded grill, like a more of a Venturi type grill, like Alaska Weather Shield, in a way. And then there's also a free-bladed version, which I saw one of those when I was younger at this one place that had a whole bunch of vintage fans. They also had like a 60s era Alaska there too, which was pretty cool. It had like a dark blue case on it, which was interesting. And also one of my biggest childhood fans of all time, the one I remembered the most that they had out of all the ones over there was the Kmart box fan. It's the first one I remembered seeing over there. They had a few other like unusual Lascos and stuff, but I remembered that one first. But yeah, here's this. Thank you very much for watching. Keep the breeze. Have a nice night.